Up,
Yo,
boss?
how we doing, brother?
Good, man. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. You're cutting in and out just a little bit, but I don't. It's not horrible. I can still make out what you're saying.
Okay, I got you. It should get better as we go. Let me see if I can switch it from my car speaker to just my phone.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah,
How's that?
yeah, that's better. I like that.
Okay.
Good deal. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do something different for this one too. And obviously, whenever this posts on YouTube, people won't be able to see what I'm doing. But I have my phone set up to the side here, and I'm gonna go ahead and have Instagram Live going as well. Um, and we'll see if we get any traction there.
1 sec.
Oh,
Trying to
you're
up the volume real quick.
you're good. Do you have AirPods? You might be able to pop in some AirPods. I don't want to. You're driving, bro, so don't risk your life.
All right, there we go. I can hear you good now.
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good too. Hell yeah. I was saying
Fire.
I'm trying something a little bit different here this time around. I think I'm gonna go ahead whenever Matt gets in here too. I'm gonna open up Instagram Live, and that way we can maybe get a little traction there as well.
Good.
Um,
I do because that also sends notifications. So
mhm.
yeah, so anybody that has your profile followed, it'll say that you're going live.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll go live here in just a minute. That way people can see and I can get people maybe interact that way as well. So that'll be good. Just
Yeah,
kind of waiting on whenever Matt gets in here, we'll go ahead and start that up and we can go down to our predictions here. Let me go ahead and get
that's perfect.
Google Docs open as well. So we can get our predictions pulled up. You and I are probably gonna make a few changes, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I'd say so.
There we go.
Dude, my
Okay.
back is absolutely fried.
Hell yeah. That's dope, man. Did you have a
Yeah,
good back day then?
it was a good pool session. Yeah.
Good, good.
I'll
What's
tell
up,
you what,
brother?
dude, I can hardly walk right now because of the leg day.
Yeah, I know, dude. My legs were killing me.
Yes.
My legs were killing me on yesterday and today. They both
Yeah.
the post leg days killing.
I'm
Matt, how are you
waddling.
doing, brother?
Oh, we're doing good. How are you guys?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Good. Here we
Solid.
are.
I started a live video on Instagram. Matt, you're welcome to join that as well. But basically, what I'm trying to do is maybe get a little bit more traction with the YouTube, and I figured that might be not a horrible idea to kind of get some traction there. So Blake joined. Thank you, Blake, for hopping in here. We're just going to cover the Pittsburgh Pro. We're recording a YouTube video as well, but if you guys have any sort of questions or anything, feel free to pop them in the chat, and we will address them as well. Just kind of a quick one. So.
And how
So
would I go about joining that on Instagram?
So if you, oh here, actually I can add you. Let me invite you real quick, Matt. See if you yeah, invite. Okay, I just sent you an invite. What up, Alex? How we doing, brother? Let me see if I can add. Hey, there we go. What up, Matt?
Hello.
So what we're doing here is we're gonna go ahead and go live on Instagram, so that way you guys can kind of see kind of a sneak peek of how we do the YouTube videos, but also how we kind of adjust our picks and kind of go through things. But I also figure this kind of be a good way to kind of get some interaction with you guys, and you guys can comment your picks for the Pittsburgh Pro. We'd love for you guys to be interactive there, and that's kind of the game plan here. So yeah, and I
Real
got
quick,
yeah.
can you see me on the actual Zoom or am I blacked out
I
on the
I
Zoom?
cannot see you on the
Yeah.
Zoom, but honestly, we're getting a bit more traction on Instagram, so you're good to go off Instagram if you'd like. Totally up to you.
I suppose.
Aiden, you want to do the
I
same thing?
suppose.
Yeah, I'll absolutely do the same thing. Here, let me get
Okay.
on here.
Let me go ahead and add you
That'll
as well.
work.
That'll do.
Maybe for future reference, we
Yeah.
might just do straight up Instagram live for like these little pop-up casts.
We're gonna
Yeah,
be
agreed.
we're gonna get on the gram. We're gonna be serious. We're headed to the desk.
Yeah,
I
there you
was
go.
laying in bed, bro.
You're laying in the bed.
A little tuckered out, dude. Oh,
What'd you have
here we
today, Matt?
go. It was a rest day, but just song, dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that way I can hear you guys through the headset and we could still do our picks. And that way you're in the Zoom meeting, so you actually could see the updates as well as we go through Instagram. So kind of a win-win all around, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get to it here. I have the screen pulled up. Let me see. Are you guys able to see me go to Instagram, or do you guys see the pics? Do you see both?
I can only see you.
You'll make it see me right
I
now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. I wonder if I turn off my video. Is that just an eye now, or can you see the pics or anything?
Nah, I'm just seeing you.
Let me try one more time here. I'm gonna do screen share and just kind of do everything here and see.
Oh wait, Matt, are you looking off the Instagram live still?
Yeah. Do I
Oh,
need to go back to the Zoom?
yeah, go to
Oh
Zoom for
yeah, it'll
the
be on the Zoom.
oh
Oh,
that
okay.
then I
I'm
don't
being
know.
silly.
No, well, if you I didn't think about that either. Because you guys are gonna have to go back and forth between Instagram Live and Zoom because Matt, now you're frozen on Instagram Live.
Mm,
Regardless, I mean, they're gonna get this content one way or another. You
Hey,
you know
we're
what I
gonna
mean?
figure it out. We're gonna
Yeah.
figure it out.
This is kind of like a little rough draft, kind of rough patch here,
Yeah.
but um, I mean, we kind of all know who's doing the Pittsburgh Pro in general. If you guys want
Yeah.
to, I can go ahead and run through some of the top guys, and then you guys kind of just give me your picks.
Might as well.
Going off first, we have Tonio coming out of the New York Pro win. Brandon Curry, who's coming off of the Arnold South America second place, or he was it the UK or the South America that he placed second? Do you guys know?
Was it? I think it might have been UK.
The UK, he came in second. I think you're right because the South America was just a lot of Brazil guys. Because Leandro, yeah, you're right. It was the UK because Leandro won that one. Matt, could you hear me, brother?
yeah. I can't see anything right now.
If you
So
can't do if you
I'm trying
can't
to
do
get
the
my
Instagram
camera
live,
back.
if you can't do the Instagram live, that's no big deal. I can just keep that open, and then maybe next time what I'll end up doing is just doing an Instagram live with us like
Oh,
over
there
the
we go.
phone, kind of chatting that way. Um,
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna stick with the Zoom. So we're
Yeah,
good.
that's all good. That's all good. So we're going to be looking at Tony Burton, Brandon Curry, Crizzo. We have Sass coming into the show. Rafael Brandao. That's interesting. He can maybe shake some things up if he peaks properly. We have Wellington, who had a really nice Arnold South America showing. Um, let's see if we can pull up some stage shots of him or stage video. Yeah, he honestly had a really impressive physique whenever I saw him step on stage. It was a shape thing for me personally. Like I think that he kind of has the Nathan Diasha kind of shape where torso's real long, kind of makes it a little bit less aesthetic, but overall fantastic competitor.
Oh yeah.
Agreed. Agreed.
So we have Wellington coming over from Brazil and competing as well. We have Blessing Awodabu coming off of a great showing in New York, probably his best peak to the on the season. Patrick Moore and Chris Miller, who are coming out of New York for Patrick, and Chris Miller out of the Detroit. He's had a few weeks to maybe rebound, put together a nice package. This is his most recent update 3 days ago. We can kind of go through that there and see what we see here. He's got a pretty wicked back.
Oh yeah.
Certainly does.
He's just a absolute freak, man. And I think that once he gets that hernia kind of fixed, he'll really be a big threat next year, especially with
Yeah.
another offseason too.
Dude, his
Yeah.
back is nasty. Yeah, and he's made a fair bit of progress in a very short amount of time.
Yeah,
Like
honestly.
I think I've seen like a 3 year comparison, and he's like a new human in
Mhm.
comparison.
Big time.
Yeah,
And this
beast.
was 2 weeks ago, getting ready for the Pittsburgh, and he is just absolutely diced. Obviously competed earlier this year in Detroit, but killer look, killer look.
Agreed. Here, here. His
Here.
shoulders are nuts there,
I
dude.
know, dude. That's what I was kind of noticing too. He's got fucking cannonballs on the shoulders there.
It does. It's nasty.
Damn.
So yeah, that's pretty sick there to see. You have Chris Miller, and I believe those are like the bigger names. We have Devon Barnes. He's also a great competitor. Nathan Epler is joining this lineup. So is Ron Gordon, who could, I don't know if he'll shake much up. I mean, Ron is, I like his physique personally. I think he has a fantastic physique, and he's one of those guys that is kind of slept on, but his legs do need to come up for him to really be a heavy hitter with those top guys. But overall, fantastic physique and great competitor. So um, I don't know how
It's
long
a
he's,
pretty solid lineup for the show, man. Like
It is.
there's
yeah.
some big names doing it.
Yeah, it's a really deep lineup, honestly. Like we could, I think our prediction sheet, we go to eighth, but we could probably just do top 10 between us three and kind of just kind of go ahead and go through it all.
Yeah.
We have the Smoke King coming back for round two. I hope to God that he got on that Stairmaster dude because I had him in fifth place in New York,
We
and
need to get him back in shape, dude.
yeah, man, he just needs to get dialed, and I think he'll be a freak. I don't know where his Instagram tag is though. I'm looking for it.
We glazed him way too much for him to just look like that.
He kind of let me down. I can't lie. I was
Yeah.
really looking forward to seeing him step on stage. But let me go ahead and just pull up his Instagram here real quick. Smoke King, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Matt, I've unfortunately haven't had a chance to have you on the cast for a couple of weeks. So we had Smoke King before New York. We went through his updates, and this one dropped after we did predictions. And I mean, he looks a little soft here. I think we all kind of agree there. But I saw this update whenever we were doing the predictions, and at 2 weeks out, I was very impressed, and I was thinking he could maybe sneak in that top five, but. Um,
Mm.
Somewhere along the peak, he just seemingly lost it a little bit. But overall, at 2 weeks out, I thought maybe he was holding on to water. Ultimately, it wasn't water. It was just a little bit of fat that was still on there. But hopefully for the Pittsburgh, he kind of dials it in. Maybe gets a few more hard cardio sessions, and I think he could really be a big threat here.
Mhm.
Not a lot of time to lose that much fat, right?
Yeah, unfortunately so. Um, and these updates looked great as well from him. He's a big boy. He's a big boy, man.
He is.
He certainly is a
Big
very
ass
large
dude.
dude.
And this was 6 days ago with Walter Martin post New York, I believe. So we'll see. We'll see what he brings to the stage. He's kind of an interesting guy to look in this lineup. Let's see who else you have. Walter Martin, who we just saw in that update, and then that is it. So really deep lineup, really solid guys. In classic physique, we obviously still have Diego and Niall Darwin, who are probably going to be your top two.
That
I
is far too many classic physique guys.
It is a
It's
lot.
so many, dude. It's so many.
What's up, Darius?
Yeah,
Thank you for popping in here, big dog.
my lord.
It is a lot of classic physique guys, man. Yeah,
They gotta have
it's
a at that point in time, I feel like you gotta have a cap
yeah.
because like I think people I feel like the judges' eyes just start to glaze over at some point and they just start seeing bodies almost.
Oh
If
Yeah.
you
yeah.
have
Like,
if you have six or seven call outs, like
Yeah.
my lord.
Definitely. I agree, man. This is definitely one of those lineups. I mean, you have Andy, you have Park, you have a lot of quality guys, but like as you're saying, Matt, like you kind of just glaze over the guys and you kind of just look for the names at that point. You know what I mean? Like you're not even looking for the physique as much as you are the names that you know and the guys that you've seen compete recently.
I
yeah.
think if yeah, I don't know, man. Like I because how many competitors are there? Are there like 30, 40 guys there?
I mean, it looks
I
like it,
mean,
yeah.
probably
So
closer to 30, I'd say. But if there's going to be a show that is so popular, I think it could be far be it from me to know the right answer, but I think it could
mhm.
benefit from making this like an invitational per chance,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Because like I 30 40 guys in the class is a lot of a lot of dudes, bro.
Yeah. Tiger, thanks for joining, brother. Yeah, it is quite a big lineup for classic physique, and I haven't even looked at men's physique's not on there, but yeah, it's one of those things where I think that this is kind of becoming a bigger name show to where I mean, in the classic physique, I'm pretty sure whoever wins this wins the ticket to the Olympia, so they should make this an invitational,
Yeah.
especially if that's like kind of
Uh,
the status they're going for.
I maybe I'm just being old and crotchety, like because I get I don't because like I get it, like if it's an open show to like get a one-way ticket to the Olympia because they don't. Class Physique doesn't have shows like that. If correct me if I'm wrong.
No, no, they don't. They have selected
Yeah.
shows. So like you have your I
Then
think New York's a ticket. I'm pretty sure Pittsburgh because those are the Manion shows. And then you
okay.
have the Arnold, obviously top two or top three at the Olympia. And I think Dubai as well.
Okay.
So just the bigger name shows, kind of bigger price
Yeah.
pool shows are where you're going to be seeing that. So yeah, so it's an interesting lineup, to say the least, and I'm really excited to kind of see how it all shakes out. Coming out of New York, we have the top two being Crizzo Antonio. I don't want to watch that sideways. Um, Crizzo Antonio put together a pretty great showing between the two of them. Um, it
Dude, they
was
looked awesome.
they did, man. They were killer. And they honestly put up a great battle. Crizzo at his all-time best. Tonio new and improved. Um, I guess the bigger question is Carrizo going to be able to improve enough in a week to potentially topple Tonio since he only was a point behind at prejudging and finals, just 1 point. It was a 1 point decision for them too. Is that going to be, is it a peaking thing or is it just a structural? Like, where do you guys kind of lie in that regard?
Aiden, you
Mm.
want to go first?
Yeah, so I think the biggest problem with Crizzo for me is his gut. It's always going to be his gut, especially on those front poses. Like he's so big and he will outmass pretty much anybody anytime he's on stage. But man, when his gut's hanging out, and then also just posing in general on the back poses,
Hmm.
it's just off, and he needs to work on that. Because like if it was only a 1 point decision right there, who knows what would happen if he had won one of those back poses?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree. I think that if his posing was a bit more polished, especially for a guy that big in Crizzo, I think that that could really swing some things, and also ultimately that could push him from going from a top 10 Olympian, like falling in that ninth, 10th place, eighth, seventh, eighth place, to being a top five Olympian, all from posing alone. Because this
Mm-hmm.
guy has the size. He's one of the biggest IFBB open bodybuilders out there, you know.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Matt, where do you kind of lie with that?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but the Pittsburgh Pro is a tier two, so that gets you a ticket to the O, right? If
Yep,
you
it
win it,
does. Yep.
I feel because I feel like Tonio here is the better bodybuilder.
Hmm.
I'm a little surprised that it was like a. It's probably the size factor that made it the 1 point decision because Crizzo is so massive.
That's
Right.
what I'm
But
thinking.
I think the cynic in me might believe that if Crizzo wins next week, it's to get him a ticket to the O2.
Yeah.
Whereas if Tonio wins it,
Well,
then
actually,
it's
funny enough, Crizzo already
does it
has his ticket.
does he? How does
Yeah.
Crizzo have his ticket? Where did I miss that?
He won a show in 25, I believe, late in the year. I forget what show it was. But that qualified him. Maybe it was early in 2020. No, it couldn't have been 2026. So yeah, he won a show in 2025, late in the
Okay,
year that got him set up to be qualified. So both of these guys here in this image are qualified for the Mr. O.
then I'm just talking shit. Clearly, I don't know what I'm saying, but
You're all good.
I think I do think Tonio is the better bodybuilder. I wouldn't really. I would doubt that Crizzo would be able to beat him next week or this weekend, I should say. But
Hmm.
I mean, stranger things have happened. But
Yeah,
I would be really interested because I think Sasan, Sasan and Brandon Curry are both doing it, aren't they?
Yep.
correct. Yes.
I could see them being in the four-person call out this weekend. And I
Yeah.
think that would be a very interesting battle between the four of them. I'd love to see that comparison.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Curry does add an element that because he's kind of like that sweet spot, like he still has
You still got
like
it, bro.
oh yeah, great amount of muscle on him. And that's kind of like the fun thing with Brandon is like I feel like you could even argue he might be. I mean, this is obviously just a side by side, real quick of a front double, not up to scale, but he might be just as big, maybe bigger than Tonio. I don't know. That's gonna be an interesting comparison because I don't want to, outright say like yes, he's bigger than Tonio, but he's very comparable. And if
Mhm.
a guy like Tonio can beat Crizzo off of shape, structure, size that he has, why couldn't Brandon? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I feel like that Brandon's very much within that mix. I would maybe argue that Brandon's legs are better. I think his flow, I don't know. I don't think his flow is better than Tonio's, but His back's probably better than Tonio's, I think.
He's got like a tight waist though, so I'd love to see him compared to Crizzo, which
Yeah,
the exact opposite for him, right?
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, Brandon being in this lineup definitely shakes some things up. I do think it's interesting that Sass is here too, because he's also just one of those like
I'm here
extremely,
for it.
dude, it's so great to have him here because he's one of the most balanced guys. And like he's gonna make you he's going to point out the flaws in your physique, whether it's
Yeah.
posing or whether it's your legs are downsized, whether your upper body's downsized. Like Sass is like just all around proportional, big, and posing is always on point. Like he has no issues in that regard. So I feel like that kind of adds a whole nother element. You guys know?
For how big he is, I just find his physique very aesthetically pleasing too. Like it's not classic, but it's kind of like I find it reminiscent of like Andrew Jack, like how pretty his physique is in that sense.
Yeah, definitely.
At least from the front, in my opinion.
No, I agree. And especially, I mean, we're talking about structure and like pound for pound, like Sass is incredible, man. Like he's one of the best pound for
Oh
pound
yeah.
bodybuilders. And I think he easily won FIBO. I mean, just look at that. That was 3 weeks ago at FIBO. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
having some time off to maybe rebound. At his age, I'm not sure how much size we're really putting on in a rebound, but he could be a bit fuller. Like there's a lot of improvements that could be had whenever we're talking about these top level guys. So that adds another interesting element having Sass. Chris Miller being in here, I think that his size is just going to add another element as well.
Mm.
I don't know structurally, like his hernia really hurts him from the front,
Yeah.
and his back's not like as up to par as some of the other guys, but um, I mean from the front, the hernia is really the big eyesore. Otherwise, he's complete too.
Hmm.
And he's hiding the wheels here, but his legs are just as good as the upper body.
He looks pretty
Yeah.
grainy too, man. Like
Yeah,
that's a dialed level of conditioning, right?
right. Definitely. Yeah, he's a lot of fun, man. Then of course, the hometown guy for us, Nathan Epworth, he's also in this lineup. I think Nathan just got a little bit outsized at in New York. I mean, there was in his defense, some of the top bodybuilders in the world at New York, so wasn't an easy lineup for him to get into and go against them. But overall, I mean, it's good. He has great structure. He's always conditioned. He's always peeled. I think that that'll be really helpful. What's up, Carter, Tanner, Fallon? Thank you guys all for joining in the live here. But yeah, I mean, Nathan brings a lot of structure and a lot of like kind of aesthetically pleasing looks to this physique or into this show. So against a guy like Sass, Nathan probably stands well, against a guy like Sass. Um, I can't see him necessarily standing up there with the Brandon Currys, with the Tonios and the Crizzos. Like he's not to that level yet. I think that that's pretty evident, in the last couple showings.
Mm.
And when was this? 9 hours ago? Um, maybe it's just the lighting, but it wasn't as dry and peeled as he was on New York stage. So maybe he is going for a forward look here.
Yeah. I think he's trying to play the size game. That's kind of what he was starting to lean towards after Detroit.
Hmm.
I don't think that plays in his favor
I feel
because
like we're losing detail whenever we're going to the size game with
yeah,
Nate specifically. So that'll be
yeah,
interesting. We'll see how that plays out for him. But then you have a guy like Blessing who seemingly went into New York flat and had one of his best showings, like which we were kind of saying last cast, like, hey man, like whatever you're doing to peak, don't. Essentially is what we were saying. Like,
yeah,
just
yeah,
don't. Like, do whatever you're doing in these check-ins and you're gonna place well. And that's
Do the
seemingly what
opposite.
yeah, do the opposite of what you're doing. And it would be very, very interesting. Tiger in the Instagram chat said that he would like to say that aesthetics and balance definitely helps him out. And I'm assuming he's talking about Nathan Epler. Um, I don't know how long
mhm,
ago that was, but I assume you're talking about Nathan there. And I would agree. In this lineup with a lot of the aesthetic guys, I think that does help him out a little bit. But as far as conditioning goes, just a touch tighter, I think would benefit him too.
yeah.
I've kind of been running my mouth. I'm just amped up, dude. I'm really excited for the Pittsburgh Pro here, guys. As you can tell, I've been just
It's
like
gonna be fun.
rambling.
Oh
It's
yeah,
gonna be fun.
dude, it's a great lineup, right?
It is. It is. And as you can
It's
see,
yeah,
like
it's
this is basically what you're looking at now with Brandon Curry and Sass implemented. Um, it's going to be a fun show. It's going to be
It
really
is.
yeah, dude,
fun.
it's a tough lineup, man. Right there is tough. You add in Sass and Brandon. Yeah, that's deep, dude.
It is, man. It really is. So I guess, we are at that time now where I'd like to go ahead and open the floor to make the picks. And Matt, you have the whole top 10 to make. I'm gonna go ahead
Oh
and
gosh.
make a couple more rows because I want to add the top 10 because this lineup's just so deep. I want to be able to get everybody here.
Yeah.
This is gonna be tough, dude.
It is. It's a shame for Jared because Jared has he has Smoke King in seventh, and that's not going to go well for Jared.
No.
But we'll let him have it. Tiger did, yeah, he was speaking on Nathan, yes. So yeah, in this lineup, you're not wrong, Tiger. I do think that he's definitely going to be doing well in the aesthetic portion, but if you've seen his recent updates, if you go to his page about 9 hours ago, you'll see the conditioning just slightly off. So it'll be interesting to see how he fares, and maybe he dries out, and maybe the forward look will stick with him as he dries out. That'll be fun to
Mhm.
see. Um, Matt, do you want to start from the bottom or the top here for the well, pause. But do you want to go from first or 10th?
We're gonna we're gonna start from the top, fam.
Start from the top. All right, brother.
Um,
What's up, guys? It's Isaiah here with Anomalix. Please go ahead and drop a like, comment, subscribe on the video. I greatly appreciate it, as well as share with your friends and family as we're trying to grow the Keep Working podcast. But I wanted to get on here and show you guys a couple of the awesome products they have here at Anomalix now that I'm partnered with them, where you can use code Isaiah at checkout to save on some great products. So first and foremost, they have the EAAs. These are great for intra-workout as well as just trying to stay hydrated on a hot summer day, which, as you guys know, here in Indiana, it gets pretty toasty during the summer. We have pump products where if you don't want to use that caffeine, you want to kind of keep it a very clean, great pre-workout to use. Pump is fantastic, as well as the pre-workout they have here, both in Rocket Pop flavor. The flavor is phenomenal. Pre-workout has about 300 milligrams of caffeine in it, and it really sparks ignition really for you to get going during your training days, as well as recovery with the creatine monohydrate, a very clean, clinically based formula for you and your gains. Again, code Isaiah at checkout can save you money. Please drop a like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And thank you again so much for watching the Keep Working podcast. Now let's get you back to the video.
shoot, I'm gonna go Tonio. I am very impressed with the improvements he's made. He looks like another human up there, dude.
He
He has gotten
does.
so big and he's sharp as hell.
He is just, it's crazy to see the improvements that, I mean, year's time can do.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
I mean,
Or if you
dude,
see that 2021 versus the 2026, like that's
Oh yeah.
crazy, bro.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
that's absurd. That's absurd, man.
Not even the same human being.
No,
Yeah,
it's really
he
not.
looks like he ate another one of himself, bro. Like
Well, look at the
unreal.
lats. The lats is the most absurd thing here. The lats are
Oh,
just
dude,
flaring.
I feel like his legs even like
Yeah,
they were nasty before, but they're like cannonballs on his weight on his like femurs, bro.
they are. And the arm size, really just all around. Like if you compare 20,
Yeah,
it's
And he
like
dude.
kept the midsection tight.
That
that's the
too,
most
right?
impressive. Yeah,
It looks
most impressive part.
tighter almost because he's gotten so big everywhere else.
Hmm.
Yes.
That's actually a great point. And I don't think a lot of people recognize that. Like, as you grow over time, like you can make that waist tighter because you're growing everywhere else in that regard. Because your skin's now
Mhm.
pulling, and like you're essentially pulling the skin from your abdominal now to everywhere else because you're just so big. And I think Tonio's done that to a T here with Justin Jacoby. So caps off to them for just improving over time and just really taking the time to put on the quality size to where now I think it's going to benefit him whenever we get to the Olympia. Like he'll be one of the top guys.
Bro, I could see
Definitely.
like six or seven damn near, right? Like
I would
for
almost
sure.
I would definitely say six or seven. You could almost argue top five. It just really depends on, guys like Hottie,
I
guys
disagree.
like, oh, really?
I would, or no, I meant I would not disagree.
Oh, would
Like
not
I
disagree.
100%. Yeah, I could totally
Um,
see him in. I could see him
Yeah,
very happy.
I could. I really could. I think that what's up, Katie? Thank you for joining the live. Tiger, thank you for sticking around, brother. Um, yeah, this is definitely quite the improvement. I could see him in that top five, especially if we have like a Martin coming in off, which we don't know, a Hottie who knows what that's going to look like. Um, and it's going to be really interesting to see how he fares as he continues to progress too, because he's running these two shows, and I don't think he's doing another show until the Olympia. So that gives him good amount of time to kind of
Yep.
even reverse out, do a little bit of a growth phase, and come to that Olympia just bang on. So
Mhm.
yeah, I totally agree with you, Matt. I think Tony is the winner. That's who I have in first, and Ayden also has him in first as well. Um, Now this is kind of where it gets a little shaky. Who do you have in second place, Matt?
This is tough, dude, because like if they go the aesthetics route, right? Like I would
Mhm.
see more of I could see a Brandon Curry or a Sauce maybe sneaking in, but
Ooh, sauce would be very
it's
fun.
it's it's difficult because I feel like you can't put Tonio in first and Crizzo in second because like once again we're having the issue where you have the wide waist in second
Yep.
over it's just not
Mhm.
following any type of trend in that sense.
Right.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but to be honest, I am going to go with Carrizzo, even though I feel like that
Yep.
doesn't make sense. I am going to pick
I just
him.
think the size is overwhelming.
That's the only justification you could have, right?
Yeah. Because Curry at this age, and this is nothing against Curry whatsoever. Like he is an absolute phenomenon. But at his age, we do have to recognize he's not going to be up to par with the size of someone like Crizzo, who's just an absolute mass monster and truly one of the biggest guys in the IFBB, period. He might be the biggest, pound for pound.
It's really big, bro.
It's just crazy. And you could argue Samson, but we haven't seen Samson peeled yet with all that added size. So Crizzo is truly pound for pound, stage weight, the biggest bodybuilder on stage. Um, and maybe Joe Palacios too. I forgot about Big Joe, but
Yeah. He's a big dude.
Honorable mention.
yes, honorable mention for sure. That's a lineup I'd like to see. Big Joe versus Crizzo. That'd be a fun one.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, I agree with you there. I that's the same top two for me. I'm assuming third you're gonna go with Curry.
I'm going Sauce.
Oh
I'm
wow.
feeling it. Yeah, I'm
Sauce
feeling an
in third.
upset. I'd love
Okay.
to see it
I'd
because
love to
like
see it too. I
I'm
think it'd
not
be great.
I'm because I'm not sure because I do feel like you said, I think they're around the same size, to be honest. I think Sauce might be a little bit bigger at this point, like total poundage wise.
Yeah,
So like if he's really peeled and because Brandon doesn't always get like the sharpest from the hamstrings and glutes, and
that's true.
that Sauce is like bread and butter. Like
Yeah.
I could see them I could see them comparing very well. Maybe I'm totally out of sorts here, but
No,
we're gonna go for it.
I could
Make it
see a
exciting.
legitimate call out for I could see a legitimate like third through sixth call out, including Curry, Raf, and Sass. I could see
Hmm.
that, and I think that that could be a really fun
That'd
one.
be pretty cool.
I don't think that's unpopular. I think that Sass is one of those guys that like he's always in the mix.
I'm just a fanboy, bro. I can't help myself.
One of the most proportionate bodybuilders in the IFBB as well, which just makes this lineup. I know I've said that kind of about Crizzo being the biggest in the IFBB, Tonio being one of the most aesthetic, and Sass being one of the most symmetrical. So, um, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. All right,
Yeah,
that's
like
your
that side
third
leg is
placement.
just dumb, dude.
Yeah, it is. Let me go back to that real quick. That was pretty nutty.
Like, what is that? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, sick.
and look at the traps, dude.
Oh yeah, bro. He
That's
just
crazy.
very impressive all around, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. He's looking good. All right, so
We're
Sass is
going
your third.
now. We're going Curry for sure.
Okay, Curry's locking in that fourth place. Okay,
Now it gets
Curry was
very
what was
hard.
Curry seventh at the Olympia? Seventh?
I am unsure.
I think he was seventh behind Nick Walker because Martin placed fifth.
Okay, I could
I
believe that for sure.
I know that they were arguing that that Curry should have beat Nick Walker. I know that was like the big thing at the Mr. O. So um, that means that Sass, Crizzo, and Antonio are all potential top eight Olympians, which
Hmm.
honestly I don't totally
Yeah,
disagree with. I think that's fair. Um, especially this year, because we'll see who all actually gets their tickets and shows up on point and peaked properly. But I could see Sass being a top 10 Olympian, just like size wise and symmetrical, like see symmetrical, like it's very, very possible.
I want to see Tonio, Sauce, and Jordan Hutchinson in a call out at the O. That's what
Ooh,
I would like to see. I think that'd be sick.
that'd be a fun
That'd
one.
be wild.
That'd be a fun one. All right. Fourth place or fifth place. Who you going with? Bring
I
you back
think
to
I'm
the
gonna go
list.
with I think we go with Blessing, man, because
Really?
he was really impressive last week, or this past weekend, man.
Yeah.
Um, I think we go Sass, yeah, or
So
not. I think we go
blessing,
Blessing.
blessing. I got you.
We're
Yeah,
getting close to my
blessing and
bedtime. I apologize.
you're all good. I know we're pushing the time limits there too.
Oh, we're good.
And just to kind of put you guys in perspective, we do have myself picking Tonio, Crizzo, Curry, Blessing, and Raf in that top five. Ayden is the exact same for the top five as well. We actually have the same top six with Sass in
Yep.
sixth place. So, yeah. And then we also have Patrick Moore. Did I even mention him? No, I didn't. We have Patrick Moore in the
Uh,
lineup too. So that adds another element of symmetry.
he looked
Um,
quite good as well. I wish he would be just a smidge sharper from the rear,
yeah,
Yep.
I agree. I agree.
but he looked vastly improved from previous Patrick Moores.
Yes,
For
most
sure.
definitely. Most definitely. I'm just curious what he's kind of looking like. I just want to go see if there's any recent updates. It's like just training videos. I'm not sure if he's posting updates like that much anymore. I mean, he's peeled and diced, but this is a training video. Gym lighting is kind of hard to say. I don't know if Pat's going to be staying in my top eight, but we'll see. Sixth place, Matt. Who are you going with for sixth?
Mm, my gut tells me probably Raf.
Raf.
Yeah, I think that's the right answer there.
I think so too. Brandow, in my opinion, and I kind of said this last cast as well. I believe that Brandow just truly needs an off season and like he needs to dig into just getting as much like true size and like density as possible, which I did see a photo. I don't know if it was who's the best bodybuilder, if it was this page, where they compared his 24 Olympia look to his most recent showing at the New York Pro. And I will say you do see improvements. It is just truly denser, like more dense muscle. Um, but I still don't think yeah, here we are. I think that you see a little bit more density in the chests, the delts. The leg sweep a touch more, I believe, as well. But
You
it's
you do definitely, but it's just still not because he's a
yeah,
taller guy. I don't think he's quite 6 foot, but I think he's like 5'11".
yeah,
So
5'11". He's a taller guy.
I agree with you. I think he does just need to put on some more dense muscle and then come back.
Hmm.
And
Right.
I think that would solve a lot of his problems.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like imagine if he had some like Andrew Jacked arms, or if he had some just wicked back, and his back's really good, but I think that his back could be, slightly improved, and I know that video
He's
always
got a
touches me.
he's got a tight waist as well, right? So yeah, if he
Yeah,
can just fill out a little bit more and keep the waist in check, like he'll be great.
Yeah.
right.
He's got those
Yeah.
long femurs, bro. I can appreciate that. It's hard shit, man.
Right. I believe you. I believe you. Yeah. Raf's always a solid competitor, man. He's never a wrong pick to go within that top five of any show. And that's no
Hmm.
disrespect to him. I truly think to compete with these guys, you are right. Like he just needs to have some more density, and I truly believe an off season would do him really well.
Hmm.
So then seventh place, this is kind of where it gets a little dicey. I had Chris Miller in seventh, and so did Ayden. Um, who do you have in seventh place here?
I was gonna go with Chris as well.
Chris Miller. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid pick.
And then eighth place, I have Patrick Moore and Ayden has. We have the exact same picks, Ayden. We
Yeah, we
do.
literally have the exact same.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to switch up ninth and eighth or something. But
Yeah.
who do you have in eighth place?
Then I think we go with Patrick Moore for sure.
Okay.
That's how I'm feeling right now.
And then really your ninth and 10th would be you have notable guys like Ron Gordon, Nathan Epler, Smoke King, as I mentioned, Walter Martin, um, all great competitors, but also not some of the top guys. I'm just going to go on a limb, ninth place, and say Nate. I think that he could fare okay next to Pat, but I do think that Pat's back is better than Nate, so I'm going to put him there. And then in 10th place for me, I'm going to do it because I really want to see him. Hopefully he's more
Smoke
diced. Give me
King.
Smoke King, man. Give me
Give
Smoke
me
King.
Smoke King.
And please, bro, Smoke King, get on the Stairmaster for the love of God. Please, bro. Just Stairmaster like for the last like 48 hours and then you're good, man. That's it. So, Ayden, you got ninth and 10th. Who you going with?
Yeah, so first I want to switch Raphael and Sass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, I knew it's start coming around.
Yeah, yeah. And then I kind of want to go I don't want to I feel bad because ours are so similar, but I think I also want to go Nate and Smoke King.
Nate and Smoke King as well.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm not upset about it.
Yeah.
These two aren't probably going to get picks unless I ask for them on Instagram chat or something. So maybe we'll do that later. Um, Ninth place, Matt. Who are you going with?
Before I make this pick, can we pull up Ron Gordon one more time?
Most definitely. Let's see if he has anything on the story. I'm not sure if he's speaking at
He's
a seminar. That's
he's
pretty cool.
thirst trapping in his profile pic.
Is
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nice. Good for Ron Gordon. He's speaking at a seminar. He looks
Hell
sick,
yeah.
too.
Bro looks sharp, yeah.
Yeah, he does, dude. I mean, that's just an absolute dog.
It's hard to get those shoulders in a suit, fam.
Seriously though,
He
this
had to find a
was
good tailor.
2 weeks ago.
Mm.
Oh man, why are you not just lock it in? I'll pause it here in a second after all this goes away. Legs do look like they came up a little bit. I could see Gordon sneaking in that top 10. I just don't want
He
him to beat.
could.
I don't know if he could beat Smoking.
Yeah, I don't know, fam. That's tough.
This was
Can I
two
see
days ago. I still think there's some conditioning to be had.
Yeah.
and can I see Smoke King one more time?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you.
Of course, of course. I'm gonna give him a follow. This was 6 days ago, 2 days out in New York Pro. I have not seen any stage shots of his New York showing though. No
Uh,
stories or nothing. So it's kind of this is basically the best we have, and that was 2 days out from New York.
I'm gonna be boring then because I'm gonna pick the same as you guys. I'm gonna go Nate and Smoke King.
Nate and
yeah.
Smoking. I think
That's
Smoking's legs really will they should dwarf like someone's like Ron Gordon's legs per se. And shape wise, he might even be better than Ron Gordon. But if he's not conditioned, I'd like to put a little hyphen slash for Ron Gordon in
Ron.
10th
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
there's
I,
this little feeling I have that when you're getting up like to the last placings of like ninth, 10th, and everything, when
mhm.
you have that guy with the great, amazing shape and the size and everything, but his
Yeah.
conditioning is just a little off, he'll still beat guys that are better conditioned than him
Yeah.
just off the shape alone almost.
Yeah.
It's just like this kind of gut feeling, in my opinion, I get in
Right.
those
Mm-hmm.
type of situations. So I don't know.
Thank you, brother.
That's
Appreciate
why I
you,
go
Tiger.
because Ron Gordon is definitely dope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ron Gordon is, man. I think that he's got a lot of like I don't want to say Samson because I don't really think that it's a Samson shape, but he has kind of like a Raphael type of shape, and like that type of potential where he's a taller guy, great quad sweeps, great aesthetics, but we haven't seen the full package completely diced, and we haven't seen it with proper legs to kind of make it a bit more symmetrical. So,
Yeah.
and this is back day. His back is killer though. His arms are great, back, chest, like upper body wise. This guy he's really, really great. Small waist.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely, dude.
Yeah, that's great. So
RPG is cool too, bro. Ron Patrick Gordon, like that's
yeah,
sick.
pretty badass
Yeah.
nickname.
That's dope.
It's pretty sick. And then so that is that. I want to make changes, but honestly, I think that Ayden and I kind of just have the same thinking process. Like I
Yep.
personally am going to keep Raph in fifth just solely based on stature. Like I think that Raph just being a taller guy will maybe dwarf Sass in that regard. Um, but I don't necessarily think you're wrong, and I definitely don't disagree with you, Matt, having him all the way up in third. 'Cause I could see him sneaking up there, especially if Curry's off. If Curry's off,
Yeah.
then that's
Hmm.
really going to screw up all this because we've seen him off, as of late. Yes, he's been on, and yes, it's been awesome seeing him prep and peak properly. But I'm not gonna hold my breath to that because that's only been the last few showings per se.
Sure.
Um, so yeah,
No,
man,
and I could see it going either way too, right?
yeah.
That's it's a toss up when it's a really good show when the guys are this close. Like it's fun because I could see Sauce getting six, and depending on how the show looks, I wouldn't be upset about it at all. It just
Oh,
depends on how everyone shows up.
how everyone peaks, right?
Hmm.
Hell yeah. Well, that is pretty much our Pittsburgh Pro predictions. If you made it this far, please drop a comment on who you think is going to win the Pittsburgh Pro, who your top five is. If you disagree, agree with us. If you think that we're just big dumb dipshits, or if you think that we're 100% right, whatever you
Probably
think it
are.
is. Yeah.
Not denying that.
Not denying it either, man. Like, we're all just fans of the sport who really enjoy making predictions and kind of little banter here and there, and that's what's fun about it. You kind of build a brotherhood, and that's honestly what I've enjoyed the most making this cast is the brotherhood that's came from it because we've added a group chat and now we're all interacting and we're all just amateur guys from Indiana that just love the sport. And that's what I really do enjoy about all this is that we're kind of all bonding together in that regard. And that's what this is all about, like life in general. You don't get a whole lot of opportunities to intermingle with a lot of people, and even if you do, to build solid bonds with people, it takes time and it's a difficult process. And this seemingly has been nothing more than an absolute joy for me personally. So I greatly appreciate you boys hopping on here, giving me your predictions, giving me your thoughts, kind of spitting a little bit of knowledge to me, even kind of giving me a couple ideas and giving our audience a great idea too. Even if it is just the 5 viewers, or maybe it's the 120, you never know. You just never know where these videos go. But we greatly appreciate you for watching. And yeah, like I said, drop your comments down below on who you think is going to win the Pittsburgh Pro.
Damn right.
I was to say, well, shit, well spoken, dude.
I sometimes I have it, bro, but sometimes I'm ending cast with like fucking like, comment, subscribe, see ya. That's all I got sometimes. But awesome guys, thank you guys so much for hopping on here.
Of course, dude.
Matt, enjoy your training here. You've been killing it, man. It's been awesome watching you grow, brother.
For real, dude.
Appreciate it. Now
Been
we're doing the
huge.
best doing the best we can here.
You're
I'm
killing it.
almost I'm like hovering right around that 200 mark, so I can finally say I'm not bitch weight anymore, right?
I'm still gladly bitch weight.
I'm trying to be more of a bitch. Honestly, I'm trying to go down, but that scale's fighting, dog.
It's funny though, like when people like talk about bitch weight, and I'll be like, I'm under 200 pounds, and then they'll be like, oh, well, not you, and I'm like, what do you mean?
So not you, right? All right,
Good
guys. Thank you
deal.
guys so much. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and we will catch you on the next Keep Working podcast. And as always, just keep working, boys.
Mm-hmm.
We love y'all.
Bam.
Peace.
Peace out, y'all.
There, guys.